everybody. Welcome back to CrossFit Leduc's online programming. This is your Monday edition. We have a fun workout for you today. We're going to give you guys a little break and we're going to do basically accessory moves. So I don't know if you can see this, but we've got big time and we moved our clock so it's in the screen now. Pretty sweet. And what we're going to do is we're going to time it EMOM style. So you won't have to listen to me. You can just look on your screen and see that time. But anyways, our workout's going to be 5 rounds. Not for time, but EMOM style, so you do have to finish each move per minute. But it's going to be 10 per arm bench row, or if you have the equipment at home, a ring row, or Andrea put up a video on CrossFit Leduc that it gives you some instructions on how to make a bed sheet into a rowing station. So we're not going to pause the clock and give you 10 minutes to set that up, but that is one option. Or if you have pull-up bars in your door frame or in your garage, you can do pull-ups also. Anyways, we'll go through that when we get to it, but 10 bench row, 10 per leg curtsy lunge, 10 bench fly, and then 10 weighted sit-ups or toes to bar if you have that bar at home. Okay, that's going to be our workout, but we'll get into more detail on that after we get you guys moving and get you warm. So as usual, we're going to do a general warm-up, then we're going to do a Tabata set to get you guys into a little more specific warm-up, and then like I say, we'll go through all the movements in the squat and get you guys moving. Let's start it out with something real easy, as usual, 1 minute of cardio. So, you can see the clock here. We're going to go in 10 seconds. What do we got going on today? Annie's going to do what?
Just going to do some burpees, because I love burpees.
Annie's doing burpees. Donald's going to cycle a barbell for a minute, which is an excellent warm-up. If you have a bar at home, that's a great way to go. And we're going to give Shirley a little rest from her dance moves, and she's going to row. Can you see Shirley in there? I think so. Yep.
You actually know why I haven't gotten any words from my dance moves?
I think people are watching just for those dance moves.
That's what I watch.
And you sit there and mock your brownie off.
Okay, I'm just going to move out of the screen so I can see the clock.
This is a double whammy one of them.
There we go. 25 seconds, you guys. Keep moving. 25 seconds.
It's the longest minute of my life.
It always is, Annie.
I've got like 17 burpees.
You love burpees.
I think if we got the video playback, that's probably like 10, 17.
I think I might have been like 6.
It's at least 10 more than Dad did.
4, 3,
Just rest now.
2, and 1. Good. There's your minute cardio. Next we have 4 thoracic openers. So Annie's going to do the squatting version of this. If you remember, if your squat looks a little silly, you're having trouble getting all the way down and holding it like that, Donovan's going to show you how to do the lunge version. Oh, did you hear the creaks and groan going on?
That's the heater.
We're getting 4 of these. That's only 2 per side.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're stiff.
Cranky, creaky.
Okay, as usual, after these 4 thoracic openers, we'll get into 4 Samson stretch, 4 Cossack squats.
I'm just staying down here.
Yeah.
There you go, that's okay, that works.
I haven't stood up a lunge all week.
Yeah, we've lunged. Consider it like, whoa. Quads are sore.
Okay, good. You can stay down there if you want. From here, we're going to get into 4 Cossack squats.
I was hoping you were going to say something different.
We are going to get into something different after this. After these 4 Cossack squats, you guys, we have 4 cat-cow into 4 cobra. If you're not sure what those are, just follow along with Annie here, or Donna, or Shirley for that matter.
Yeah, because I know exactly what that is. Definitely follow me.
Okay, here we go into cat-cow. We'll get 4 of those. Okay, there's cat. If you were unfamiliar, and there's cow. I could insert a Carol Baskins joke here, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
That's his way of saying he's at a Carol Baskins joke.
No, I think
but
that
still wants to
cat
talk
cow.
about
Come
it.
on, you can insert your own joke with that one.
And Cobra?
And now 4 cobra. So you're doing basically, look at this like a sloppy push-up, keeping your heels on the ground.
My heels?
Or your hips.
That would be better.
Let's see if you get your heels to the ground. Let's see it.
I think my feet would do that.
I could do it, I just don't want to show you guys. I feel jealous.
Okay, good. That was 1 round. We got 1 more to go. one more round to go, starting with that 1 minute of cardio. Let's start that in 3, 2, and 1. 1 minute of cardio here. We'll go till 4:20. You can insert your own joke there also. I don't think these two even got that.
No, we missed it. What's
It
it
is
about now?
April 2020.
Today. Today.
All year.
Oh, that's what are you talking?
Get it together.
Okay, looking good here. 1 minute. We're going till 4:20. That's 30 more seconds. How about a couple good mornings there, Donna?
Oh, thanks.
You okay with good morning? Good job.
15 seconds.
That's my sore part. Everywhere.
Oh, you beat yourself up.
Front rack, good morning.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's good there. Let's get you guys into 4 thoracic openers. We'll give everyone a chance to get off those cardio machines. Okay, here we go. 4 thoracic openers.
It's not as creaky.
Okay, good. Once you're done those, we have 4 Samson stretch into 4 Cossack squats. After this, the last little bit of this initial warm-up, we'll do 4 cat-cow into 4 cobra, sloppy push-up, whatever you want to call it.
Do you need help from your grandma getting up?
Just a young chap who's getting an old man knee. It's insane.
No old man knee yet. Old
Good.
man shoulders.
Cat-cow, remember to insert your own Carol Baskins joke here.
I tried to watch that yesterday.
It's pretty stupid.
It was so boring.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, the first one's a little hard to get used to.
Completely hard. I fixed it all.
Okay, from there we got 4 cobra. Remember to keep your hips on the ground, not your heels, your hips. Alright, that's our last move here. The next little bit of this, what we're going to do is to set it Tabatas. Unfortunately, Dan G is the only person in this gym that knows how to set the Tabatas on this clock. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to time it with my phone. So you're just going to have to listen up, and I'll tell you when to pull the switch. If you're, sorry, I'm going to grab my phone. If you're unfamiliar with Tabatas, it's 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. Oh, my phone is in my pocket the whole time. Okay, so it's going to go squat, knee push-ups. If you're feeling warm enough, feel free to switch those into toe push-ups, lunge, and bicycle crunch. So we'll cycle through that twice for a grand total of 4 minutes of work, a full set of Tabatas. Here we go in 10 seconds, starting with just squats. Remember to shoot your arms as far away from your hips as possible and sink your butt down right in between your heels. Here we go. We're working. 20 seconds worth of squats. We're going, guys. Yep, we're moving.
Go.
Yeah,
I was
working.
waiting for beep, beep, beep.
No, there's no sound coming from the phone here. You're gonna have to listen to me here.
You have to say go, Daddy.
4,
You probably
3,
It's hard to
2, and 1. We're on a 10-second rest. After this, we're into knee push-ups. Remember, if you're feeling warm enough, feel free to pull those off to the toe.
Not for 20 seconds.
And push-ups. Here we go. Yeah, we're not counting these guys. Do them for form, for technique. In fact, our entire workout today should be for form. Okay, yeah, we're already getting warm. That's good action.
That wasn't warm, that was just a groan. That was old age.
Okay, take a rest. Next move, we have lunges.
Oh, I thought it was crunches.
So lunges, and then after this, it'll be bicycle crunch. And go. Lunge. Remember to keep your hands on your hips, head up, chest up, back knee grazes the ground. Always look for that vertical front shin when you're doing these lunges.
Don't be lunging all willy-nilly.
Well, now you're on your
Copyright Brad, by the way, for that one. And rest, we're halfway through this. We're gonna repeat. We're going, oh, sorry, we're not quite halfway. We got bicycle crunch, then we're halfway. These guys do it, they just didn't say anything.
And he did. Not me.
And let's go, bicycle crunch. Annie's doing the ground grazer version of the bicycle crunch, so if you're having trouble with these, you find they're pulling your neck and hurting you, you do them just like Annie's doing.
What if they're hurting my abs?
Then you're doing them just right. 3, 2, and 1. Good. That's halfway. Let's repeat. That's starting back on those spots. Maybe this time we can start adding a little intensity. I want you sweating a little bit right before we start this. Here we go. 20 seconds. Let's go. Remember, we're looking to see your knees track with your toes, keeping the chest up. I should be able to read the emblem on your shirt when you're at the bottom of your squat. I see these guys are all doing pretty good on that. Yeah, if you find you're looking at the ground every squat, you got to start looking up. You got to keep that chest up. Rest. Next move, knee push-ups. Remember, if you're warming up, feel free to go off the toe and hit her. 20 seconds. Remember, when you're into these push-ups, you guys, we're going to create some torque in our shoulder by screwing our hands to the floor. We want to see your elbow pits forward when you're doing it. That'll tuck your elbows in a little tighter in that push-up. Okay, and just like our resident physiotherapist says, rest, by the way, that's a traveling plank. Okay, next move, lunges. And go. Oh, these guys are working a little harder. But I'm not sure if you can see, but we can see Annie from the side. Always looking for that good vertical front shin as best you can. Driving off the front heel.
Oh, I forgot my hands.
4,
Just lunging all
3,
willy-nilly.
2,
Oh.
and let's move it off onto bicycle crunch. This will be our last set. Okay, not for time, don't pull your neck. Remember, you can do those ground grazers if need be. Here we go. 20 seconds.
Don't know it.
Sorry.
You will be.
He's speaking moistly.
That's the moistest speaking. No,
5, 4, 3, 2, and go ahead, take a rest, you guys. That's your full set of Tabata warm-ups. Next thing we're going to do is go through our movements and how to mod them and the different variations. While we're doing this, if you already have this set up, just be patient with us, stay warm. We're going to go through all the different mods here, okay?
Fast forward because it's pre-recorded.
Yeah, it's pre-recorded. You can also just fast forward until we start this and move along with us. But it's going to start with 10 per side single arm row. Okay, so if you have a bench at home or a coffee table and a good heavy dumbbell, then we're going to do it just like Donovan does. So if he's doing it on his left arm, his right knee's on the bench, right hand's on the bench, nice flat back, eyes are going to be forward, and he's going to row it up until that dumbbell hits his armpit.
If you got a big dumbbell too, it helps to grab it in the corner. You get a little longer range of motion.
Okay, there you go. So if you have no bench, you have no coffee table, this can be done more than likely with a little bit of a lighter weight. Maybe grab that one down. Without a bench, you can literally just bend over and row it. But remember, if you're using a heavier weight and it's sucking you to the side and twisting you, go lighter. Yeah, that's what we want to avoid that at all costs, right? But the same rules apply. Nice flat back, eyes forward, chest up.
Oh, my eyes weren't forward.
And there, now your eyes are forward. Good. So Shirley's doing the exact same variation as Donald. She's got a bench here. She's going to do it off the coffee table, or in this case, a bench. But same move. And Annie is doing the same thing. Okay. So there's going to be your single arm row. What we're going to do is 10 on the left arm, and then rest until the next minute, and then 10 on the right arm. So remember, that should be lots of time. That should be fast up, slow down. Fast up, slow down when you're doing these.
Or as many chimps as you can do in the same 2 minutes.
Right, let's go through, yeah. So after that, since that's going to take us 2 minutes, you can either get as many rows, if you have that set up at home, or you have a set of rings, a TRX band, cross core, or even the sheet demo that Annie gave you. You can get as many strict rows as you can in that 2-minute window. Or if you have a pull-up bar, as many strict chin-ups as you can in that 2-minute window. Okay, those can be singles, doubles, but get as many as you can in 2 minutes. Okay, after that we have a curtsy lunge. So let's have Annie show you that. This is her specialty.
Is it?
Yeah. You're going to hold that dumbbell goblet style and step back behind you to the side. Okay,
We don't have enough room here.
oh, there we go. Now we got her. so there's your curtsy lunge. If you find this hard, you're having trouble coordinating this, we can do just like Shirley's doing here. She's just going to do splits lunge. That's going to be 10 on her left side and then 10 on her right side. Sorry, that was supposed to be 10 per side instead of alternating.
So 20 total?
20 total, but 10 on the left in the first minute, 10 on the right.
Okay,
in the
so
next.
it's here.
So it's there, and then it's just stand up and then back on the same
I have a
leg.
whole
Yeah.
minute to do 10.
Yeah, you have a whole minute to do 10 of those and then switch the legs.
I'm starting to second guess this 35.
Yeah, that's not gonna be easy, yeah. Okay, so, and then last but not least, if you can't, you're just, like I said, having trouble with that curtsy lunge, you can do just a weighted lunge, 10 per leg. So maybe Donna shows that one. Maybe. So he's just gonna step forward with his left leg, stand her up, all the way up, stand all the way up.
Oh, you're standing
Yeah,
up.
there you go, yeah. So 10 per side. Remember, you're only getting 10 in the minute, okay? After that, we have 10 bench flies. So Annie is going to do these off the floor because she doesn't have a bench or a coffee table that suits her needs here. So she's simply going to do these off the floor. Bear in mind, you might need a lighter weight than what you're using for these bent over rows for these flies. But it's going to look just like this. Hopefully you guys can see her. Okay, remember, you want to control the descent of the weights. Don't let those weights just pull you down. Okay, and then the next fast up, slow down. Start
Guys,
going.
if all you have is light weights that are enough for the chest fly, but you don't have something that's heavy enough for the single arm row, you can just double stack them here and then row with your 2 lighter weights.
Pro tip.
Pro tip.
Donovan's going to do them off the bench if you have a bench laying around at home. Okay, so it's going to look just like this. Remember, when you're doing these off a bench, you never want to bring those dumbbells past your shoulders. You're going to line them up with your shoulder and then squeeze them up. There it is. Fast up, slow down. 1 minute should be lots of time to get all 10 rows. And Shirley, she's got a bench here. She's going to do the exact same thing as Donna. That's for the longevity ladies, but I know lots of longevity ladies, and Murray for that matter, are probably going to be doing this on the floor, and that's okay. And then from there we have 10 weighted sit-ups. So, grab a weight and do a sit-up, just like Annie's got going on here.
So put it on your chest, guys, and don't actually use it for momentum, because that actually makes it easier. Put it on your chest, dumbbell doesn't move, and sit up. If you have a weight in your hand and you use it for momentum, that's easier than a regular sit-up. And obviously, if you have a hard time doing a sit-up to begin with, just don't use the weight.
Yeah, so Annie's right on that. If the sit-ups are hard to begin with, then you just do regular sit-ups. Fast up, slow down. It's probably about the same speed. So Shirley, she's going to pin her feet under some of those dumbbells. You can also pin your feet under your couch or your coffee table and do the exact same move Annie was talking about. And I see Donovan, he went and grabbed a plate, and he's going to bring that one up overhead. We can call this a little more advanced, but the same thing applies. Try not to use that plate as momentum. Okay, those are good. So those are going to be our moves. Remember, we're going to do 10 per arm row. That's going to be in that minute. If you have the sheet or you have some ray rows, you're going to do as many rows as you can in 2 minutes, or as many strict chin-ups as you can in 2 minutes. After that, we have 10 per leg, curtsy lunge. So you're going to do 10 on your left, wait till the next minute, then 10 on your right. After that, we have 10 chest flies. That's probably going to feel like the rest station in this one. So take your time. Fast up, nice and slow down. And then from there, we have those 10 weighted sit-ups. Make sure that you're doing these properly. If they feel wrong, get rid of your weight altogether and just do 10 regular sit-ups. You guys ready?
Yep.
No.
I'm going to start this clock. You can see it in your screen. Hopefully, this goes well for you. If there's no other questions,
Turn on some tunes.
we're going to crank on some tunes and get this party started.
That was a royalty-free playlist, right?
Yep. Royalty free, guys.
Okay, we're going at 10.
Oh, wrong side. 3, 2, 1. Just cut.
You should hear my hip hop over here.
I should, it's just fine.
Every single one of these. On the way down.
I thought I was the number in the room. Yeah, I'll do that.
Burning my shoulders more than anything.
Try not to get momentum.
Yeah, go in 4, 3, 2, 1, go. It's so weird doing a workout like this because there's no mirrors around. You can't check out my own guns. Just get right up.
Mirror it for you.
Right? What am I supposed to look at? Let's just bring that poster.
Photoshop on like
Just like buttons.
a.
4, 3, 2,
think I'm see-through. I feel numb in my blood, so I don't feel blue. So I don't feel blue. Sunrise, see up the body. This is still something, but I need to make now. The night is yours, the night is yours. Many things to be done for fun. Set the room on fire.
4,
We can see
3, 2, 1. We're halfway there. This is round 3. I'm sorry, round 3 now.
4.
No?
Start round 4.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That was right.
I'm no stranger to the darkness, but I've seen the
4,
light. And these echoes in our minds can't win this fight. Every day all the same, living by the chains, suffering, utterly losing all my faith. I propose so soon who I am and who I wanna be. Here's to the hopes and the dreams. Here's to a chance to make a there's something in the air. When all is said and done,
15 seconds.
change. I feel a disconnection from my humanity. We trade for pieces like the sea to infinity.
Go.
I'm no stranger to the heartache or a scattered pulse. Hands are shaking, time is wasting. We gotta take control. Got us all with the spark. Become the flame. Shine a light on the road and build the change. Revolution's coming. Throw your hands into the cycle. It's coming. Shed your skin. It's time to fly. There's something in the air. When all is said and done, we gotta be the change. When the edges start to fray and the truth just slips away.
4, 3, 2,
Let
1.
go of who you used to be. When the edges start to fray and the truth just slips away. Let go of who you used to be. When you're holding your mistakes, when the levee starts to break. Let go of who you used to be. We'll be a light inside the darkness. We
one, go.
These pacing thoughts without much left. Retrace these holes to lay my mind to rest. To lay my mind to
Alright guys, that's time. Thanks for watching. Remember, no matter what Brad says, he didn't do the workout.
Didn't do anything.
I did it over here, you guys.
Total BS.
Unlike Carol Baskins.
Well, Carol Baskins did do it. Where's the button? It's in there somewhere. I can't see it.